Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shadow Healer 101. Let me move my testify. I had ordered a face mask. Like, this is part of it. This is not the whole thing, but this is part of it. I had ordered a face mask literally like five, like, 2, 3 months ago. 2, 3 months ago, and it's just now getting here. And I'm just looking at it like, are you kidding me? Now that things are opening back up, you guys are sending the face mask when I don't need it. Because the only reason I ordered it was because, they were telling me I couldn't get into stores without a face mask and all that shit. And then I got the other one, it takes 3 months to get here. I didn't use it at all, and now it's finally here and things are opening back up. What kind of rubbish is this? Anyways, let's get into reading. This reading is for what sign do I want to look at? What sign do I want to look at? What sign do I want to look at? I'm gonna do Taurus. This is for Taurus. Lord and the Spirit guides. Give me the message for Taurus. Surface mind for Taurus. Lord and the Spirit guides. Give me the message for Taurus. We have the Justice, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. Justice and the Four of Swords. That's interesting. And the Three of Wands. Okay, Lord and the Spirit guides. Give me the message for Taurus. Lord and the Spirit guides. Give me the message for Taurus. One card for Taurus. Surface mind for Taurus. Surface mind. I'm not gonna take all of that. That's not one card. If you don't give me one card, I will keep shuffling until you do. Take your time. Thank you. You guys know I got time. Don't be playing with me. I'm not gonna sit here and read everybody's life. Seven of Pentacles, that's investment. The Devil, and the Two of Cups. Okay, some of you might be with a Capricorn. We have the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. All right, I need to see something. What is the truth about this investment or this seed? What is being planted here, and what's the truth? Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn, and if that's the case, then there's no issue here. Or there might be an issue here, but I'm going to read the Devil as an energy. That's the Eight of Pentacles, that's putting in work. The Four of Wands, that's marriage, that's foundation. But then we get the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. That's Taurus right there, the Fool. Ace of Wands, Hierophant, and the Fool. But my thing now is that why is the Devil here? Unless this is a Capricorn, the Devil is one of those cards I really don't like to see. Unless it's actually a Capricorn in your life. I'm getting here that you're investing into something, you're building a foundation. There's an opportunity that might be coming for some of you, especially around work. Some of you might have been waiting for this opportunity, and it's gonna be you might have been feeling restricted. Some of you were waiting for something to happen. I'm getting this energy like you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for some kind of opportunity or some kind of communication to come through. I feel like it's about moving forward on something. This message, this communication is what it gives me an energy like you need this thing to move forward. Because I'm getting like restrictions. Some of you, this might be like a stimulus check or something, or like a payout coming in. But I know it's revolving around work, getting you to a better foundation. But I'm getting an energy here that someone has been waiting, and it's been restricted. They've been feeling restricted. But I feel like it's gonna pan out. It's coming forward. Others of you, this is what you're just now starting to break free out of restrictions. You're moving towards something new. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're breaking free out of restrictions. You're moving towards something new. Some of you might be letting go of people in your life, letting go of a lot of people in your life, letting go of a lot of energy, because you're trying to find a new foundation and you're trying to find something more stable, something worth investing time and energy into. And I feel like that is going to be coming for you. Some of you are leaving a job, or you're thinking about leaving a job, and you might be getting like a new idea or a new opportunity or something of that sort. Yeah, you see, we have other cards under this. I thought it was just one card. And we have the Magician. Yup. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Magician. Now the Four of Pentacles, because it's funny because I'm saying you're leaving it, but the Four of Pentacles is to hold on too tight. So let me see, what is the Four of Pentacles saying here? The Hierophant again coming up. Taurus, what are you investing into? And are you sure that's the right thing for you to be investing in? I want to look at this card, the World. Yeah, I want to look at that card. But that will be the complete opposite of the Four of Pentacles. So why is the Four of Pentacles here? Give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because so far, all I'm getting is energies of breaking through and breaking free and starting new. But then the Four of Pentacles comes up here and it throws me off the loop. The Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, the Tower. Okay, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Okay, it's like there's something here that is needing to be put to rest, Taurus, for you. I feel like some of you have already been on this process and you've already done this, but there's something here that's needing to be put to rest before you are able to move forward. It's telling me that there's something here that's needing to be put to rest. There's some kind of disappointment. Also, for some of you, this is a marriage, again, that you've invested into. Capricorn had a similar message where, but theirs was very clear. Like theirs was very clear. With this one, I'm not so sure, but with theirs, it was very clear. So I'm still trying to figure out what this opportunity is and what this message is exactly. So I have the Three of Pentacles and the Empress in reverse and the Hangman in reverse. That's what I'm saying. I keep getting that something has been put on hold or something was put on pause. I keep getting that. I don't know why I keep getting that message, but I'm getting like you've been waiting for something. This keeps coming up. It's telling me that you've been waiting for something or it wasn't time. And I feel like it's based on you and someone else, or it's like a decision had to be made, but it wasn't entirely in your hands or something like that. It keeps giving me the message that you've been waiting for something. And I feel like that thing is coming up. For others of you, you've been waiting for something, but what you're not seeing is that you're needing to release something else that you're holding on to before it comes to you. hmm You're needing to release something else that you've been holding on to before it comes to you. Like I always say in my readings, make space, make space, make space. When you're moving into new energy, that's a full energy. It starts at zero. He travels with a very small bag. When you're on a fool's journey, you only take the essentials, and I'm getting an energy almost here of like someone saying that they want something new, but them not letting go of what they have, kind of like how a person could say like like they could always complain like, oh my god, um I'm so unhappy in my marriage, I'm so unhappy in my marriage, but then they don't but then they don't have any plans of leaving, which I am not a supporter of divorce. I don't feel like, do I think sometimes, I'm a supporter of divorce, but I feel like sometimes people rush into divorce, just like they're rushing to the marriage, they're rushing to divorce, they're rushing to it without properly thinking about it. Marriage to me is so much more than just emotions and feelings. To me, marriage has a practicality to it, a doability to it. And it's more than just feelings. So the way I look at marriage might be very different from the way a person led by Venus, which is Taurus, would look at marriage. But to me, what are they holding on to? Let me ask. Six of Pentacles. Let me ask. What are they holding on to? For Knight of Wands. The Empress. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Swords. The Page of Wands. You're holding on to, some of you, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords. Yeah, the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. Some of you, it's like you're holding on to a person. This is a relationship based on potential, Taurus. Some of you are in a relationship that's based entirely on potential. There could be a Sagittarius here, an Aquarius, a Virgo, a Capricorn, no, a Virgo, a Gemini, or a Taurus, or water sign, but it doesn't really matter, honestly, because it keeps giving me the same message over and over again. I feel like some of you are waiting for something because you're hoping that it will become fair, it will become more balanced. It's like you're investing into something and you're hoping that it will become more balanced. And that's why some of you are holding on to this. Is that it's kind of, this is a relationship based on potential, not on practice. And I can say that because practice energy is very different. A lot of people fall in love with potential. We could be this, we could be that, we could be this. Us together, our kids could look like this, and we could be a power couple, and we could whatever, whatever. But is that actually what is happening? A lot of times we get stuck in the fantasy of a thing and the expectations that we've built around the thing, that we can't see what is actually right in front of our face. Is that what is actually happening in this relationship that you're holding on to? Because what I'm seeing is that someone is investing here and they're investing hoping that something new will come up. But what they're not seeing is that the person that they're with does not match them energetically. Others of you, you're breaking free out of something, and this is a renewal of energy. This will be a renewal of energy. Present energy, Lord and the Spirit guides for Taurus. Present energy, one card. Present energy for Taurus, one card. Lord and the Spirit guides. I'm going to count to 10. If I don't get a card, I'm going to assume you have nothing to say to Taurus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The High Priestess. We have one card flipped over, the Three of Pentacles. The High Priestess, the Three of Wands, and then the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. This is crying over spilled milk. This is someone's mourning period with the High Priestess here. But the lesson has been learned. Someone has been made aware of their own patterns of investing into situations that are not for their benefit. Others of you are still in that energy. Some of you are coming out of that energy. And the Ten of Swords, yup, not at all surprised. Because the lesson has been learned, the Nine of Swords, the lesson has been learned. And you know, it's funny because I wanted to say, the Nine of Swords here, the Nine of Swords to me is bad news. It's true news, it's true news, but bad news. So it's true, but it's bad news. It's what you don't like to hear. That's how I look at the Nine of Swords. It's what you don't like to hear. Some of you are needing to admit something about yourself, Taurus. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's that you've separated. And I'm also getting an energy here of someone that is acting like they've separated with the person, but they might still be spying on the person or looking at the person. Like they're still giving it their energy. I'm getting here that someone is still giving something their energy that they should have been moving forward. And then they're expecting something new to come in. But what they're not realizing is that that thing that they keep giving their energy to is taking up room in their life. It's taking up space in their energy. You know, I've done readings before where I've told someone, well, this person, they're showing up as your husband. And they're like, but we've not talked in a year. I said, yeah, but they're still in your energy showing up as your husband. And husband, again, the way I look at marriage is a bit different. Husband to me doesn't necessarily mean, you know, the emperor to me, for example, that's a card, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Those are my husband cards. Emperor, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Husband, baby daddy, man in your life. To me, those are the cards that will indicate a man in your life, like someone that's here to stay. It doesn't matter their sign. When I see that those cards, I associate that with that. So I'll be doing readings and then I'll see something and I'm telling you, but this person is in your energy. And be like, but I'm not talk to that person in a year. But this person is sitting in your energy. But this person is sitting in your energy. You know? So, and I'm getting, because all it keeps telling me over and over and over again is that someone has to learn a lesson and they need to stop investing into the wrong thing, first thing first. Others of you, you're getting a break because this is after having invested or gone through a lesson, the High Priestess here. To me, the High Priestess is about knowledge, about, no, it's the High Priestess about wisdom. Um, the Hierophant is more knowledge, the High Priestess is more wisdom. The Seven of Pentacles, which way does it go? Which way does it go? The Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands in reverse. That same card came up earlier, the Three of Cups. I already have two cards that I don't like seeing where they are. The Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in reverse. Those fell out in reverse. And then, actually, let me do it how I usually do it. Like this. And then three more cards. And for those of you where you freed yourself from this kind of energy, then there should be something coming up to you soon. I'm getting here that someone is learning something about themselves that they don't like. Sideways with the Three of Cups, with the Six of Cups, and I add my cards up when they come up to each together. You guys know that about me. Together, this makes the Nine of Cups. That's wishing. This is someone's behavior, and the Ace of Cups, that makes the Seven of Cups, that's illusions. And then we have the Star, the 12 ones on the Star. You have a tendency to date, and then we have the Strength here, which cycles, infinity symbol over her head, the wounded lion, and we have the Two of Cups. Some of you have this tendency of feeling like you need to save people, or trying to save people, or maybe if I love them hard enough, they're gonna, see the value of my love, or if I put up with it long enough, they're gonna see the error of your ways, or you have those ideologies. That's cute, and I don't believe that you should give up on people just because they're not acting. Human beings are still human beings, and human beings are still their own individual. I don't care how long you guys have been married. A person is still themselves. You guys might share a soul contract in the sense of needing to live together, but no individual. And that's why I will never subscribe to the twin flame ideology, because no individual is ever required to be with another person. Ever. Ever. And that is a fact, energetically speaking. Nobody's soul journey in this world involves another person as a requirement. It will never happen that way. Your lesson will always be individual. Individual. You will be an individual within a collective. It will never be, oh, this is the person that I have to be with, ever. And someone here has an idea. I don't know why you're wishing for this person. This person has proven themselves as inactive, as putting in effort. Because quite literally, what I'm seeing here is someone keeps putting in effort, but they're putting in their effort. They know what they're trying to get out of it, but they're putting their effort into the wrong thing. They're wishing for the wrong thing. You're giving your heart. Some of you have a tendency to give your heart to people that are not deserving of your heart. You've gone through a lesson on that. You've learned a lesson on that. Others of you, you're learning the lesson on it. Others of you, you're in the process of doing it right now. That's why the reading is so skippy, because it's not giving me necessarily one spirit group's line. Their one spiritual group's pattern is giving me a pattern. It's not giving me as per se per a soul tribe that is going through similar things. It's giving me just an energy that several soul tribes are going through, but in different stages of that process. Where some people have learned the lesson, some people have not, other people are holding on, even though they're getting the lesson, but they don't like what they're getting with the lesson. They're not liking the message they're hearing, so they're deciding not to do it. There's something here someone is trying to fight for, but they should let go of it. Because it's only keeping them stuck where they are. Mm-hmm. Someone has learned their lesson, but it's like they're learning their. Well, some of you have learned it and you're breaking free anyway. So I will give those of you props. But the thing with that is, you're not the ones that really need the reading. If you're doing what you need to do, you don't really need the reading. So I have to focus more on the people that aren't doing what they're needing to do, because they're the ones that need to get with the program. And potential future here. One card, Lord in the Spirit guys, potential future, one card. If it's more than one card, I'm not going to take it. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Some of you could do the fire sign. The Page of Swords, the King of Swords. That's interesting. The Three of Cups, reunion. Page of Swords is communicate. The Six of Swords, travel, moving towards. And then the Five of Cups, crying over spilled milk. The Wheel of Fortune and the Strength. Somebody's needing to. There's something I'm also getting on the Ace of Swords. First of all, with the Page of Swords and the King of Swords, a decision is needing to be made here. I feel like the Queen of Wands represents, it could be a fire sign you're dealing with, Taurus, but the Queen of Wands to me represents action, confidence, power, believing in one's own self. The Queen of Wands reverse is a lack of confidence. Uh, some of you, again, I'm getting this message of like wanting to leave something. I don't know why you guys are holding on to this thing. It's like there's something you're trying to get here, but it's quite like it's time to go, but someone here is choosing. It's like you're crying over spilled milk. I don't know if it's that you know, it's kind of like that energy. Remember earlier when I said like people that complain about, oh, you know, I'm so unhappy in my marriage, but they won't leave the marriage, so they just bitch about how unhappy they are. Or or maybe it's because there's too much money here or too much something. But there's something here that someone is looking at, and it's interesting to me because now that I said too much money, I'm noticing that that's the Seven of Pentacles, and we had a lot of pentacle energies come up. I think when I clarified this, I had the Eight of Pentacles, and I said it might have something to do with work. So this might have something to do with money, where it's like you're trying to lose out on. Because I'm getting here, someone might also be thinking like, I've invested, because this is your service mind. This is what you're thinking. Someone is thinking like, but I've invested so much in this. I planted so many seeds here. If I leave here, what do I have left? And that's what I'm getting. Like this message is, it's kind of like, if like they're like they know they're supposed to be leaving, they know they want to leave, they know they're not interested, they know it's whatever, whatever, whatever. But it's like, but I've invested so much here. If I leave, what do I leave with? But what you're gonna realize, for those of you that are doing this, is that you keep doing that and you're gonna find yourself even more stuck with the Queen of Wands. Because the longer you stay in this energy, the longer it rubs off on you. And the longer you believe less in yourself. And it's going to get to the point of inactivity. Or by the time you get everything you want, especially if it's monetary, you might come out and realize that you don't know who you are anymore with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Keep in mind the Queen of Wands also is a part of intuition. She usually has a black cat. In this deck, she doesn't have a black cat, but she usually has a black cat. The black cat represents intuition and the spirit realm. The wands are also fire. Keep in mind, wands are fire. Fire represents spirit energy. So when I'm looking at this fire in reverse with the Queen of Wands, I'm getting that someone has lost all their confidence or will lose all their confidence. The longer they stay here, the more inactive they become. It's time to move. The judgment. Make a decision. It's time to go. It's time to move. The Three of Swords. Also, some of you might be wanting to communicate with someone about a reunion, or someone might be communicating with you about a reunion, and you're thinking about it, and you don't know if, because I'm getting here, someone is gonna also make a decision. Yeah, some of you, there's gonna be an opportunity here to reconcile. The Page of Swords, the Three of Cups. Remember when I pulled that card, and I said the Page of Swords, and guess what? The Page of Swords falls out again. Some of you, and then with the Judgment. Earlier we have the Three of Cups. Now we have the Judgment. So some of you, you're definitely wanting to communicate, or you're going to be communicating with someone. Let me see if I can get any signs. The Judgment is the only card that's there associated with Sagittarius because it looks almost like the Temperance card. You know, the Judgment always has like an angel. You know, I always think of Sagittarius card, the Temperance, when I see that. Eight of Pentacles. Again, this card. And then, let me see. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Let me get one more. One more for this Knight of Pentacles. Let me tell you something. The longer you stay here, and that's the funny thing, like someone here feels like all they have is here, but it isn't. The Ten of Cups. It isn't. The Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Where you're supposed to be heading towards, you're sitting here feeling bad about yourself or trying to fight for something that you're not even supposed to. I remember I had a situation with an Aries client of mine, and she was going through a divorce, and I was talking to her, and I told her, Jackie, there's nothing that man has taken from you. There's nothing, Jackie, that man has taken from you that you cannot rebuild, that you cannot get. First of all, his ass wasn't even working. His ass wasn't even working. You were the one that was working. You were the one who, and funny enough, the man was a Taurus. The man in this case that was, I've noticed that about Taurians. You guys tend to marry people richer than you. I've noticed that in almost every Taurian I know in my personal life. that is married. Either you guys are married to someone older and richer or someone just richer. I've noticed that with you guys. I understand why though, the Venetian energy, I understand why. Venus is quite materialistic. She likes nice things, she loves comfort, she loves, beauty and art, and she loves to be comfortable. And it's funny because I was actually having a conversation on my channel about Taurian energy because someone had written something on my post, something about, Taurus is the true hermit. And I wrote back, I said, Taurus cannot be the true hermit because Venus cannot be uncomfortable. The hermit energy is not comfortable, first of all. Hermit energy, let me show you. Do you guys know what the hermit card looks like? The hermit card is not a comfortable place to be. Hermit energy is not comfortable. It's very uncomfortable. So just that alone tells you Venus does not like discomfort. Venus does not like discomfort at all. She is, keep in mind, Venus is the princess of she's the youngest, quote unquote. She's the princess of the planets. And a lot of people associate Venus also with maternal energy. I don't look at Venus necessarily as maternal energy. I look at Earth as maternal energy. To me, there are three planets, quote unquote, of feminine, and then, the other ones are masculine. I count Earth. I know a lot of people don't count Earth. I count Earth as the mother. If we're talking fertility and birth and all that, it would be Earth that would be the mother. There's no planet in our solar system that governs life the way that Earth does. So Earth will be the mother energy. The moon will be because it's mating. If we're looking at it from, like, let's say the Wiccan perspective or whatever, it will be the maiden, the mother, the matriarch. The moon will be the matriarch, governing death, illusions, alternate realms, water, emotions, death in that way, and alternate realities with reflection of water and the moon and all that. And then we go now into the maiden, which would be Venus, because Venetian energy is not the most mature, but Venetian energy tends to be very lucky. I've noticed that about a lot of Venus people with heavy Venus in their chart, they tend to get a lot of gifts. I'm looking for the hermit. I think I passed the card. I wanted to show you guys what a hermit looks like, but I think I passed the card. But essentially, the point I was trying to make is Venetian energy does not like discomfort, and I'm noticing here, I feel like some of you, and I think I clicked on that. Venus does not like discomfort. I feel like some of you, and a lot of Taurians, and you remember, guys, when I used to go on you guys and I used to yell at you guys? Do you guys remember? That's Taurian energy. Do you guys remember when I used to go on you guys, come on here and like be so upset? I'm like, why is this Taurus so stubborn? Why are you guys so stubborn? But now I understand it, so I don't even get that upset. I mean, it still irritates me when I see it sometimes, but I don't get so much upset anymore because now I understand that a lot of times Taurus just not like to be uncomfortable. So even if it means making themselves emotionally uncomfortable so that they can be physically uncomfortable, they would rather do that. Um, do you see the difference between these two cards? This is religion. Let's get this very straight. This is the lady that wrote on my page and was trying to argue me with a non-existent point because your point was not, it was not there. This is religion. You see, he has a whip in his hand. He has a book. Generally, it's not always depicted that way. He is dressed like a pope. If you look behind him, you will see a structure, a silhouette of what looks like a city that talks of culture. People are bowing to him. This is not spirituality. This is religion. I have the book of law. I tell you guys what the book of law is. He doesn't even have a face because the face is the book. That's not spirituality. This is religion. This is spirituality. This is religion. Do you see the difference? This is spirituality. One is sitting on a throne comfortably, telling people that he has a word of God and they have to bow to him and follow the word. A lot of Christians don't even follow God, they follow their pastors. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Especially those of you that have been in church for a very long time, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't even follow God; they follow their pastor. This is the pastor. This is spirituality. It's an individual process. It is alone. It is dark. It is the shadow self, but there's a light within. And that's the purpose of the hermit, to find the light within. So learn how to manage your energy, Taurus. This might be very beautiful. It puts you in a position of power and a lot on whatever else. But ultimately, you come to find out that when you go, you have only this with you. You only take your soul. That's what the light there represents, the light within. That's the soul. With the candle, you'll notice a hermit usually carries a candle. He's shining the light within the darkness. That's his soul. It's uncomfortable, it's not fun, but he's going somewhere. Not saying that this is not important. I believe very strongly in spirituality. I believe very strongly in religion and the role that religion plays in our lives. At one point, I needed religion. I needed the structure that religion provided. I needed the foundation that religion provided. This is very important. But ultimately, everybody finds your path because your path is individually, not together, not with anybody in this universe. So, Taurus, you've only got your soul. All the beauty in the world, you've only got your soul. Whatever you think you're losing, you have not lost anything. And when I was saying about that lady, the Aries lady with the Taurus guy, and I told her, girl, everything you've built, and the man wasn't working, she was the one that was working, she was one of the, she's like, oh, anyway, she worked for a really big company. I'm gonna say very big company, multi-billion-dollar company. You've heard the name, I can almost guarantee. And she was one of the biggest partners. And so she was making bank. When I tell you he wiped her clean, he wiped her clean. And I had to tell her, and I still tell her to today, I love her. And I told her, do you guys remember when I was traveled? I was flown to California for Christmas. That's the lady that flew me to California a few years ago, 2 years ago for Christmas, and I spent my holiday over there. That was the lady that did that. And I told her, he didn't take anything that you can't get 10 times over. My dad is very true. When I was in LA and I was depressed and I was sad and people were stealing my script, and I remember my dad had come one time to check on me because I was in a very bad headspace. He flew all the way from Africa to come check on me. And he told me, he said, everything that is yours is yours. Even if they steal it, a person that cannot create can only steal. You that have the mind to think about ideas and to create things, you are the one that will always have a way. You will always have a way to create more. You will always have a way to create more because you are the creator. A person that only knows how to take and to steal, they will always be in lack because they cannot create. They always need to take advantage of someone else in order to have prosperity. So whatever you think you've lost or whatever you think you're fighting for, it's not even worth fighting for because you were the one that built it up to begin with. And just like you built it up before, you can build it up again. I don't believe in last chances. I do understand that at some point we're getting to a point in our life where we don't really want to go through the process over and over again. It becomes exhausting. I know that for a fact. I'm a Virgo, trust me. I hate, if I can use that word, to be thrown off. When I've worked for something and I feel like I'm getting it, I hate anything interrupting that. However, it still happens. And there's no amount of rituals I can do, there are no amount of prayers I can make that will protect me from life. Life will still happen. It might protect me from a lot of life, but certain things will still happen, and I'll still just have to learn to deal with them. You know better, do better. You know better. The high priestess doesn't show up for no reason. You know better. Your intuition knows better. Your lesson has taught you better. Do better. Do better. It's just that simple. All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope it resonates. If you like a private reading, check the description box down below. If you like a ritual, check the description box down below. Like, share, subscribe, follow me on Instant Go. Stay blessed, and I wish you the best. Bye bye.